Carlbo Tennis.
Hi, tennis coach Robert here with carlbotennis.com. Thank you for joining. Today we're going to talk about the shoulder turn, the end part of the shoulder. We've talked about the hip drive. I just want to emphasize the shoulder part. We miss that sometimes, and it's a continuation of the follow-through. It's actually the first part of the follow-through. So if you think about it, when we're hitting the ball, we want to use our big muscles, the lower part of the body, for acceleration, okay? So when we want to accelerate to hit the ball, we don't want to use the arm and the smaller muscles. We want to use the big muscles. So to get power, we use the legs, we bend the knees for leg drive, and we have weight transfer. So up until the point I hit the ball, my arm is just following along. It's very loose. Once I have contact, then we have deceleration, the follow-through. And the first part of the follow-through here is not just the arm, it's actually first the shoulders. The shoulders are going to turn, and then we have the arm, the elbow, and the wrist at the end. So we go ahead and we drive through with the hips. So we want to make sure we really have that hip drive coming through. And then the second part, once we have contact, is to turn the shoulders, and then we go ahead and finish with the wrist, and I'm sorry, the elbow and the wrist. So when I'm going to go ahead and throw the ball, I'm going to go ahead, I load up like I'm going to throw, I plant, I step, I throw, and then you're going to notice my shoulder turns. So we want to make sure that this happens. Very common, tennis players will hit the ball and we finish here. We want to make sure that we get maximum rotation. So here, the elbow, the chest is going to turn towards the net post over towards my left side. So we want to make sure we get that rotation and we have this continuation. So this is very, very important. So I'm going to go ahead and break the forehand here. This applies to the forehand and the backhand. I'm going to break the forehand down into some parts. So the first part that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hit the ball, and I'm going to use my legs and stop. So here I have no follow through. So I get back and I use my legs and I stop. Okay? So I'm making sure that I'm using my legs and rotating. So this part right here, okay, that's step one. So we come here and we use the legs. Lots of legs, making sure that happens. Bend my knees, rotate, stop. The next step that I'm going to do, which is the part for this video primarily, is the shoulder turn. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get here, and then I'm going to turn my shoulders. Okay? So I get my legs, stop, turn my shoulders. Okay? Back, step, turn my shoulders. So basically what I want to do is, when I stop here and turn my shoulders, I want my head to be still and my chin to come up to touch my shoulder. So my chin is going to come up and touch my shoulder. So this is the part we want to make sure we focus on. So we have this continuous motion, forward and turn. And the turn motion we're going is forward and turn right across the body, because we want to make this rotation, okay? Want to make this rotational motion here. So once I have that, I'm going to make it a little bit smoother, okay? So it won't be too much of a pause between the hit and the shoulder turn. So I make it a little bit faster. And you can actually see this in old traditional tennis where we actually catch the racket, we get here. So we have turn and catch. So we get here, turn and catch. Okay? Making sure that the shoulders are turning. The final part then will be this, the elbow and the wrist. Okay? And you will see the professional tennis players hit, and then we have the elbow across the body. In the old days, we used to hit the ball and follow up much higher, but now we're using more of the rotational part for topspin, more power, etc. In the old days, we were more into precision hitting, so we wanted to make sure we're very accurate. We still are, but we're accurate with a little bit more power. So I'm going to put it all together right now. So I go at hips, shoulders, wrist, elbow, wrist, sorry. So here, okay? And this is going to give me maximum force as I go ahead and hit this ball here. So I want to make sure that we have this rotation. A lot of times I will see this happening when players go ahead and use too much of the arms when they do things like this. Okay, they're using a lot of the arms just after contact, the hit, and we do this, and we're not turning the shoulders. So we want to make sure, if we just stand in a sideways position like this, and we're not rotating the body. So we want to make sure that we have this shoulder turning as well. That's an important part that we miss in order to make the forehand efficient. So we want to make sure we have accuracy, we want to have control, because we want to repeat this shot over and over. And with this, we're able to get more power and spin when we get stronger, okay? Or if we're a strong enough player and want additional power and spin, this extra shoulder turn, any little extra thing that we can do is going to significantly improve the way how we hit the ball. So we want to make sure that we get the hips involved, and then we make sure that shoulder turns. This is very important, okay? I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you so much, and please subscribe. Thank you, and have a good day.
For more information on Carlbo Tennis, visit www.carlbotennis.com. If you wish to email Coach Robert, please do so at robert@carlbotennis.com or visit his Facebook page at www.facebook.com/Carlbo Tennis. Tennis for the people.